Hey yo, what's up, my beloved champions fam? It's the bad guy at WWE Champion Zeke 4-0, back with a brand new video. And we have the final installment to the SummerSlam of Darkness limited time tours with the 2024 Husbando run. We have already taken care of the normal mode and hard mode on autoplay. Now it's time to go ahead and take care of hell mode. When it comes to the contest superstars this go around, there is a lot of love for the modern era tech situation because outside of modern era powerhouse Walter, now known as Gunther, the ring general and king of the ring, we have modern era technician Drew McIntyre, the Scottish Warrior, as well as CM Punk, the best in the world, and last but certainly not least, this MLC Summer of Darkness S-tier chase champion Julius Creed, the Creed brothers. And we are actually going to switch things up on this one. We're actually going to run someone that is near and dear to my heart. I love a good story, especially in wrestling. I love a comeback, and who better than to use in this tour and to go as far as we can in this tour than Drew McIntyre, the Scottish Warrior. This was a guy who I picked up a while back, and he was my best tech for so long. I did everything I possibly could to get his gear, to get all the bells and whistles for him. We are still missing that gear for Snowfall Gems, do 200% more damage, but we do have a legendary strap on him with the Honky Tonk Blues, which is going to allow us to break green gems and get blue back. We also have a unique combination. We have we got some move damage. We also have some gem defense here with this little mix match. Literally, the only reason why we did that, if I recall correctly, is because this metal, back in the day, before 200% metals was a thing, this was the one that we had to utilize and use, and it did wonders for us. When it comes to the entourage, this is the build we're running. It's real easy. You use the Future Shock DDT, allowing us to choose gems to make in the green. We have the overhead belly-to-belly suplex, dealing damage and making 16 random gems into Snowfall Gems, which will break and make blue gems below them. Then we have the Claymore Kick, allowing us to choose a 6x2 area into yellow and pin. Now, obviously, this is real simple. You use the blue to load up your greens. You set all the snowfalls down, and then you cover the biggest area you can with the yellow gem finisher so you can cycle the blue and get back at it. The entourage is going to be Jerry the King Lawler, plus 4 blue MP. We have Razor. Now, this is where you get to see it, even though it's cut off here. He is allowing green gems to do 30% more damage. Blue moves start with 2 more MP and allows you to generate more green gems. And we have Hollywood Hulk Hogan making a debut premiere here. I do not recall if I've used him in prior videos, but basically any gem match color will allow us to get 2 more MP of that. Following that, last but not least, we have blue gems doing 12k flat damage from the broski King Sheamus. So we are going to go ahead and get this all in. We are going to go, we got the autoplay off. Let's go ahead and get right into it. And obviously with the random gems being down on the board, not the choose area, it can be a hit and a miss sometimes, but Drew can still get it done. And if he can't finish the story, my boy CM Punk certainly will. So we start off loaded. You always want to go for the top so you can get everything fully loaded. We got some green MP also started off, so we might not need it, but we will also put a green match right there. We don't need everything. We just want to get something off, load it up just in case. Boom, just like we did right there. Then we're going to hit the overhead belly to belly. That's going to place a lot down on the board. And then we hit the Claymore Kick. That choose area move, boom, we're going to place it right here, right over that, and everything underneath is going to turn into blues, so it's going to connect blues, and then we're fully loaded and cycled. Thanks to King Sheamus, we're able to get things off, and thanks to that Honky Tonk Blues plate, everything's fully loaded again. So Drew is definitely, is he a god of the techs anymore? No, but can he get the job done for you? Yes, and this is even without his gear with the snowfall gems, because he does place enough snowfalls down on the board where you're going to be able to do what you need to do and get in and get out. So definitely one of my favorites, you know, with the whole thing with him being the chosen one by Vince back in the day, then sadly being after, I guess if I recall correctly, he did win an Intercontinental Championship. He did also win a tag team gold with Cody Rhodes back in the day. So that is something that's interesting that can tie in the storyline later on down the road, if I recall correctly. But then obviously he was a part of 3MB and with Heath Slater and Jinder Mahal. That's crazy that Jinder Mahal and Drew both became future WWE champions later on down the line. But nonetheless, to see him go away, make a name for himself on the Indies, TNA, come back in NXT, like Drew Galloway and everything, and for him to just come back and be on the run that he is, I really feel this is prime Drew. The way he's working the mic, this beef between him and CM Punk, it is just next level. It is literally a feud that is going to sell itself. There doesn't even need to be a title on the line for this feud, and that's when you know you have something good. That's when you know you got you got people that are amazing at their craft. When the belt doesn't even have to be involved, it is literally just a blood feud of these guys just genuinely do not like each other. And the matches, I'm betting it's going to be a best out of 3 situation. And in my opinion, Drew has to win. Drew has to win the initial one, the drive it home. You can't, even though CM Punk is back and people love CM Punk is loved, Drew is loved just as much. And Drew is taking too many critical losses now, especially with the title being on the line. He has to win at SummerSlam. Whether it's because Seth Rollins does something and costs him, whether CM Punk does something to Seth Rollins and it costs him, Drew needs to win. That is the best way to put it. Drew has to win this one in order for this entire feud to make sense. It has to go back and forth. I believe Drew will win the first match. I believe that CM Punk will come back in the next match, or it could be a draw. But I think it's going to finish with Drew winning first, CM Punk taking the second one, and they're either going to do some Hell in the Cell type situation or 3 stages of Hell. They might bring that back. They're going to do something where it's going to cultivate and culminate with CM Punk getting over, because CM Punk needs that feud to push him to the next level, to get him back to what he wants to do. Because the reality of it is, what CM Punk wants most, reality-wise, he just wants the main event WrestleMania. So that is his story. Had he not gotten injured at the Royal Rumble, I am pretty confident and sure that he would have gotten his WrestleMania moment. I am pretty confident he would have gotten that moment. But sadly, he got injured. And the audible that took place was necessary because it was good long-term storyline booking with Cody Rhodes. And we finally got that moment. But had CM Punk stayed healthy and that audible not been called, more than likely CM Punk would have main evented against Seth freaking Rollins. Cody would have still found a way to get the Roman Reigns, but it would have been CM Punk against Seth Rollins for that World Heavyweight Championship, because that's what they were building towards. And injuries happen that open up the space for Drew to do what he does. So we have to take that like that and just call it a day. And now we're getting this incredible feud here. But Drew is a great character. He is a great character. He probably, like we're looking right now, he probably might not be able to beat Damian Priest, but I already have the loadout sorted out for the guy when it comes to CM Punk. CM Punk's loadout is already golden. We're going to take that green match and load up the blue, so that didn't stop nothing. Those prize picker skill plates, that prize wall skill plate picker, that was one of the best situations that ever come into the game. And now that it's gone, it's like it hits different to think like, wow, if you did not take advantage of those skill plates when you had the picker prize wall, that is on you, because there were a lot of great skill plates that could have been utilized to help put your account further ahead, especially now that we got these opportunities with the midweek prize wall to get these skill plates to get the opportunity at the 100% gem damage traps that I believe not only work for males but also females. They can go either way and they cover certain characters. If you are hearing the sirens go off, I do apologize. Something bad must have happened outside. Prayers tenfold to whoever was involved. It's sad. But we're going to keep on rocking and rolling. So, yeah, that Honky Tonk Blues is a skill plate that is deadly. Any one of those skill plates that allows you to break a different gem and load up your other colors or so on and so forth to get things going, that is definitely an account changer. So it's not always just about moments. It's also about gears, depending on who you're utilizing. It also falls upon your skill, your strap setups, your moments, your gears, your perks, everything goes hand in hand. Everything has a purpose. So you definitely want to consider that when you're when you're playing the game of champions, because guess what? Not everyone's going to have Vader. Not everyone's going to have William Regal. Not everyone's going to have Tex Charlotte or Rhea Ripley, Zombie Becky, Indy Hartwell with her moment, of course. So you have to play towards your strengths. You have to look at the situation and then ask yourself, like, hey, what am I able to do with my account? Who are my best heavy hitters currently? Obviously, if I spend money, disposable income, there's a possibility that I can end up recruiting someone even better than who I already have. That is definitely true. But then there's also the situation there could be a drought. There were many years, many times where I did pulls and I would go in hundreds, thousands of dollars in and walk away with nothing. So you need to consider that. It's easy to look at somebody like Sir Zorro. It's easy to look at any of the official content creators and say, oh, y'all got all the good stuff because y'all spend money. There's plenty of times, and there was definitely a dark period. Like, go back and watch Gearson Gaming's videos. There were plenty of times where he put mad money into it, especially when Hall of Fame characters first released with the Shard recruiting. It was a hit and a miss, and it was a hellacious grind for you to walk away with certain characters and properly recruit them. Now, obviously, we get higher up in the star rarity. The Shard drops are a lot more lenient and accessible, but there were times you can't say that, oh, just because you're a content creator, you get luck, or just because you spend money, you're going to walk away with everybody. So that's something you want to look at. Everybody's rewards are different. You're able to do what you can if you have certain contest superstars. And if not, you still can walk away with certain goodies. But in the end, it all falls upon what you have and what you're able to do and strategize and use stratagem. Because even if as a free-to-play player, there are times where Scopely is going to make mistakes. There's going to be some mistakes that are made and you're able to get some free pulls. There's going to be issues on the portal where you might walk away with some things, and hopefully Scopely doesn't renege on that. There could be chances where you pick up things off of different prize walls from different content, as well as you might pop open a bag and walk away with something really account changing. There are multiple ways to win. Now, obviously, with any gacha game, the point is, yes, it is free to play, but when certain characters come out, you're going to bust open the money. For instance, I keep on using these games because I played them for a long time. Some of them I still play, some of them I don't. Fate Grand Order, for instance, I don't play currently. There is a summer event, and whenever summer events come out, they can literally be game-changing, account-changing, meta-changing servants that are released, right? So this year, for this summer, they have a situation where they got a couple of characters. They have a Pretender class character who is a Merlin. If you know King Arthur, then you know who Merlin is. Basically, this version is a waifu version, right? A gender band because Japan does Japan things, right? But then you also have Scotty, who's you have Merlin, who helps out with art. Basically, you could say art to reference the champions, right? Arts in the FGO is basically what acrobats are to champions. And then they have another character, a ruler by the name of Scotty. This is a summer version of her. She is a quick meta support. So quick in champions would be technicians, right? And then last but not least, we also have another art servant named Berserker Summer Ibuki. Her first version was a Buster servant, red being powerhouses. This one is a acrobat version, and she's the best farmer in the game. My brother literally did pulls. He was able to get MP2 of Ibuki. He was able to get MP2 of Proto Merlin, and he got one copy of Summer Scotty. Now, I've done plenty of pulls on certain people. Like there was a guy named Ku Alter, Berserker. I went in thousands, might as well say thousands of dollars to get Ku. It took me that much to go and get one copy. My brother didn't even spend that much, and he walked away with 2 copies of Ibuki, 2 copies of Proto Merlin, and a copy of Summer of Scotty. Plus, he was able to rainbow and, in a sense, get full copies of one of the Summer Servants too. Sometimes the RNG is RNG, similar to when it comes to Dokkan Battle. They have the 9th anniversary. When the first part of the banners came out, you had Carnival LR Gogeta physical, and then you had Dokkan Fest LR AGL Super Brawly. I was able to pull Brawly within the first rotation. I was able to get Gogeta in the first rotation. I've literally been pulling on Part 2's STR, LR, Beast Gohan, and I have not gotten him yet. No Beast Gohan in sight. So RNG is RNG. You might get lucky, you might not. And then also something to consider for a lot of free-to-play players too. I've literally seen someone within my faction, NWO Broken Skulls, they were literally able to recruit Hall of Fame trickster China from the briefcase pulls from the Summer of Darkness. So when someone says that you can't get lucky on a free-to-play, you can. It might be far in between, but you can get blessed and walk away with something really account changing from spending absolutely nothing on the game. So it's literally just understanding, respecting your account, knowing what you have, knowing what you're seeking, what you're looking for, and just coming to terms with things. If you are going to stay true to being free to play, then stay true to being free to play, but understand the weight that comes with that. But if you're going to spend disposable income as well, understand this. Just because you put money into the gacha doesn't mean you're going to get anything back from the gacha. Drew got as far as he could in here, and you know what? I'm thankful for what he was able to do, but now it's time for Philly Phil to come in and show why he is the best in the world. So LA Knight, I'm actually hyped. I would love to see LA Knight and CM Punk go against each other, especially on the microphone, or even Drew McIntyre and LA Knight. I'm praying LA Knight becomes a future WWE champion. I really do. A heel LA Knight, or even, no, a face LA Knight against a heel Cody Rhodes, that would be money. They be printing money on that. And you know how we do. We're not going to spend no money. We tried. We got as far. We cleared as much as we could with Drew. Drew did what he could. But why go ahead and utilize a 5-star gold to go up against a 6-star bronze when it couldn't be done, when we can just opt for the most things? So this is a game. You know, you want to play smart, you want to work smart, not harder. So we're going to go ahead and put Phil in here. Triple green, you already know how it is. Steel, damage control Bailey, as well as our guy Lex Luger for green gem damage, and Hall of Fame DDP for green move damage and green gem damage, if I recall correct, for the entourage. No, we actually have R-Truth, so all that green gem damage. So we're going to go ahead and take care of business and fill this out and get this done. And then we will we will go ahead and we will move on, because I still have to take care of my Extreme Rules contest videos. We'll go ahead, get this wrapped up with a bow. We'll get this uploaded, and we'll keep on going. It's been a very busy time for me as of the last couple of days, and this upcoming weekend, I am in Washington, D.C. with my brother, my brother from another mother. Man, blood for blood. You know what? At the end of the day, there's people that are in your life that are closer to you and more loyal and respectful to you than your own blood. So at the end of the day, I don't have friends, I have brothers. And this guy that I'm chilling with is my best friend, my brother from another. And we are going to Otakon. This is our second year going. I am excited. I am ecstatic to see what's about to go down here. A lot of good things. But in order for me to have my fun, I have to make sure this content gets taken care of first. So, you know what I'm saying? Priorities before pleasure. Before I take care of myself, I got to make sure I take care of each and every single one of you, of my beloved Champions fam, with this lovely content. And that is the final book of the SummerSlam of Darkness 2024 SummerSlam. Done. We got all the books fully completed. All of them are done. Boom, boom, 12, 12, 12. Flawless victory. So let me know who y'all use. Again, you saw Drew got it done. He held it in there for as long as he possibly could. Yes, I could have run some other movesets and builds, but at the end of the day, I used the build that worked best for me. The build that literally has gotten me through multiple blitzes, multiple tours, multiple faction feuds, and past showdowns. He is definitely a guy who goes in the bad guys Hall of Fame alumni of characters that have helped me out and covered so much for me, because literally I was able to pull him, I was able to recruit him, and lo and behold, right after I got him recruited, they started having all these insane requirements for Drew McIntyre. I literally was able to pull him before I got the Scottish Psychopath Powerhouse Drew. Still on the lookout for the Master of the Claymore, for his entourage ability, and I just love Drew McIntyre. It's really cool. I would love, just like I would love to see a voice of the voiceless, the pipe bomb CM Punk in the game, or the ECW CM Punk with the long hair who cashed in on Jeff Hardy and Edge. I would also love to see them go back and bring maybe a ruthless aggression, he's probably ruthless aggression, PG or reality era, Drew McIntyre, the chosen one, where he was wearing the blue and white tights, didn't have the muscle mass yet. That would be a bop. That would be a vibe of reminiscence and renaissance for me. I would love to see that happen, but we will see how things go. But with that being said, hey yo, hard work pays off. Dreams come true. Bad times don't last, but champions do. Mad love and respect to each and every single one of you, of my beloved champions fam. Hope you enjoyed this content. Make sure to like the video, share the video, but most importantly, stay up to date by subscribing to yours truly's channel. And so you can always know what's coming around the corner when it comes to any format of content from the bad guy, the one and only bad guy WWE Champions, Zeke 4-0, the most electrifying content creator in WWE Champions Entertainment. I love you all, I respect you all, and I'm praying for you all tenfold, so let the good times roll. Stay tuned until next episode. Hey yo, Lego. Peace. Let's chop it up in the comments below.